I got pulled by the police 3 times for illegal activity. Back when I was 18, I had my first run-in, which was one of the scariest actually. I was driving me and my mate to a gig in my Ford Escort, which I paid £150 for, and I was driving it down the A1 motorway towards Leeds. I was 18 years old and the sirens came behind us and I pulled over. The guy asked us to get out of the car and jump into the side seat of his vehicle, which he'd been recording on the dash cam, the speed. I was travelling at 105 miles an hour in a Ford Escort. Now that is fucking ridiculous. And he showed us video footage of it and I thought, this is it, I'm done. I was in my first year of passing my test. Anything over 100 miles an hour was an instant ban. And he said, what do you think about this? I said, I was really unsure on how fast I was going, officer. I'm really sorry. I'm just driving my friend to a gig. And I really didn't see the speedometer. I can only apologise. And he said, well, it's not a very clever thing to do. He says, I should really write you a ticket. But because I'm on my way home, I'm not going to do that. I want you to watch your speed from now on. And I said, no problem, officer. And I got out and I tell you what, that was the dice with death, That was me done from driving. That was me, possible criminal record, all the rest, or whatever it would have took. 100 miles an hour in your first year driving. It's uncalled for. It's unnecessary. Since that day, I have not went over 75 miles an hour. Yes, I know I've sped a couple of miles an hour since that, but I have used the thing called cruise control, and I've thought, you know what, that was my one chance, and I'm not going to fuck it up again. And I never ever did anything close to that ever again, because I got that one and I thought, you know what it is, this is a 1 in a million chance that I've been let off with this, and I never did it again. And it's not that I'm an unsafe driver by any stretch, but when you're young and daft you tend to do things. And the other 2 times I got pulled, just a random test to pull and breathalyzed, and guess what, I'd been drinking. I'd had 2 pints of lager and I got pulled. I got breathalyzed and I had a small amount of alcohol in us, but I was well under the limit. But my heart was racing. I thought, that's it, it's over. Guess what? I did it again. I had 2 pints of Guinness. I got pulled over at Christmas time. This was back when I used to drink in my early 20s. Guess what? I got breathalyzed twice and I was well under the limit. Thankfully, for whatever reason, whether I'd had a big meal or whatever, the alcohol didn't show up on the breathalyzer test. I still had alcohol in my system, but not enough. Ever since then though, I've never ever had a drink and drive, and I haven't drank for a lot of years now anyway. But the seriousness of this is how many more chances do we need with our health, with our lifestyles, with especially with health? And I relate everything to health, because at the end of the day, maybe you've had things like a heart attack, maybe you've had a cancer scare, maybe you've had, a diabetes check, or maybe you've had high blood pressure, even things that are leading you to warning signs that if you don't sort your fucking head and your heart and your health out, you may fucking die. The fact is, if I didn't get pulled by that copper that day, I might have still sped and fucking died, or worse, killed somebody else. How fucking stupid. But you learn from your mistakes, and because you have these warning signs, whether it's the worst hangover ever, and you get told of what you did and you made such a fucking fool of yourself that you think, you know what, the drink's not for me anymore. We need that wake-up call. But then 2 weeks later, when the pain's fucking gone, we do not pay attention to it anymore. So we got to start thinking, folks, right, about these little warning signs that we get, these little reminders of, maybe it was years ago, or maybe it was just a few weeks ago. Why are we not fucking listening to them? Especially when it comes to your health. Look, your health is your wealth, and your movement is your medicine. It's a life mantra I've got now. You got to look after your health more than anything. If you're still eating shit and you're smoking and you're drinking and you've had a few scares, you are fucking stupid. Don't be a moron. Take more responsibility for your health, for your happiness, because health really is wealth. Consider yourself told. If you'd like to learn how to create outstanding levels of energy, motivation, and self-control, my second book, Supercharged, the modern day guide to doing exactly that, is out now.